Greetings, and welcome to a Monday episode of Vaygrim's Chance. The weather has been messing with my sinuses a little bit, so I'm going to be a little hoarse, but that's okay. We're going to plug away. I have a small project for the day that I'm hoping is going to work. Here's something humorous. I forgot that you can actually have a non-standard build shape with this thing, with these pressure pipe setups. So I moved the tank over here so I could bump this in against the glass. I could put a whole line of other tanks over there if I wanted to, and I actually am going to do that. Let's go see. Do I have any? Oh, before I can't pronounce it, and before I forget, more sulfur. I want another massive sulfur raid on the Nether again. I discovered I find much higher quantities of Nether lower down towards the lava. Of course, that makes it more dangerous, but hey, not what I was looking for. Tank block. What are you made of? You just made out of 4 of those? Let's do that. And I'm just gonna... This will increase the buffer of, the back buffer of oxygen that this thing actually has to work with. Now, instead of 32, it's got 96 buckets of oxygen, plus whatever this holds. So, there's a couple of things you're going to want to make for today's lesson. I have some modular storage, and I have some remote storage modules. Those remote storage modules point to this, right there. And we're going to be using that for various purposes. I am actually going to get one of these. These do not require power, so I can just what the heck? Let's do it. There we go. I don't like them facing funky directions. Okay, let's put that there. And this is basically going to be our primary storage medium. We are going to have this as the in and out point. We'll have another version of this that we hook up to the LP system in the central tower, and all ore will be sent to it. So all ore will just miraculously show up in this thing wirelessly, and it's going to be glorious. So let's see. Next step, we have this doohickey that's called a logistical sorter. It's not hard to make. It is iron, basic control circuit, and a piston. And it is one of the earliest of early game sorting systems that you can really scale way off into late game. Another thing you're going to want to make is something called a configurator. This is basically the universal tool of mechanism. It's got energy tablet, stick, little piece of lapis, and a couple of enriched alloy on either side. This thing, basically, if you look at it right here, you see it looks almost like a chest, right? That symbol that looks almost like the front of a chest. And I think right now it's probably going to be colorless. If I right-click, behavior none, behavior none. If I shift right-click, oh, suddenly dark gray. And it's energy. It tells you energy goes into that side, right? Extra, that's the extra slot on the interface, is purple. Input is red. Output is dark blue. That is really dark on that. And then none. So you can shift right-click on these interfaces and change on the outside what you can also do right here. Yeah, it's very cool, and I generally like it. Now, we are going to have this set up to where you're not going to be walking up to these machines and using them. This is going to be automated. So, another thing you're going to want to make are logistical transport pipes. Now, I'm going to... you can start with basic pipes. It looks like they have a movement speed now. I didn't realize that there was updated versions of them. The basic ones move 1 meter per second, 2 items per second at a pump rate. The updated ones, the advanced ones, have 2 meters per second movement speed and 32 per second pump rate. That's how many items are getting pumped out per second. I think that's, wait a minute. So I think this is an individual 2 items, basically. You get 2 blocks, not 2 stacks, 2 blocks. 2 items are being sent out per second. Then you actually have half a stack per second. And it moves much faster, twice as fast as 2 meters per second, right? Then the next step up, Elite, is twice as fast as that. It moves 4 meters per second, so it's moving even quicker through the pipe, and it's doing an entire stack per second. That's how quickly it's sending things out. Then You get all the way up to ultimate. It moves 10 meters per second, and it's doing 2 stacks per second. Really, really high speed pump rate. So these things are going to crank out a lot of stuff. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to put the logistical sorter right on the side of this. I think this needs power now. Does it need power? I don't think it needs power. I'm going to actually completely disable the redstone controls. It says 0 out of 0 RF. I'm assuming since the minimum is 0, but the max is also 0, it doesn't require it, and that's just a snafu on Wayla's part. So this is basically an automated sorting system. It's going to look into, I have not tried these two together. I'm hoping it's going to work. You're going to be looking for, let's get some example blocks, okay? Back here, I have a chest that's got just random bits of ore. I'm going to get a piece of ore, right? And we are going to, let's see, we'll put this, we're going to bring it over, and then we're going to bring this down all the way across here. So this is not connecting to anything. Why is it not connecting anything? Well, there's a really, really important reason for that. Important reason number one is that we haven't actually configured any of the sides. So if I do shift right click energy, all of a sudden it connects. I actually want input on all of these. Input, input, input. And then we're actually going to tune the fronts to be output, 4 clicks, four shift right clicks. Four, okay. But we're not done yet. I'm going to do this. This will all make sense in a moment. Perfect. Okay, so that's our basic system. I can put the pipes away for now. This is the shape of things. The night looks very nice tonight. This is the basic shape of things. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into each one of these machines. First of all, the ore is going to start here in this machine. What we're going to do is we're going to start assigning these machines colors. There is, here we go, transporter configuration. So strict input is going to be turned on. That's very, very important. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to color code the tops. I think this goes through every color, yes. So here's what I do. I do it per clicks. This is going to be on the top, basically. So when you're looking at this, remember, this is the front, top, left side, right side, bottom, back side. So the inputs are going to be coming in through here. Now, this is where it gets a little confusing. We already have the top set as red, right? Well, that only corresponds to what slot we want things to go into. What this is for the transporter piping. So I'm just going to one click, okay? I'm going to go over to this one, and it's going to be 1, 2 clicks. 1, 2, 3. We actually need to make sure we turn on strict input. We're going to do strict input. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now every machine has a specific color that it's gauged towards. Okay. And the strict input means that it only takes things that are flagged for this color. That's very, very important. And then output, we want to actually set this to a universal color. I'm actually going to shift right click. There we go, to black. I'm going to set it to where they're all sending to black. That's very, very important. So now what we can actually do is we can shift right click on these pipes. Whoa, that's not right. Current color, none. I think there's a mode that I need to change. Hang on a second. I remap this. I can't remember. Item mode. Okay, so I have it set to Y. configurator, gases, energy, empty, rotate, wrench, configurate items. Okay, so no, that's not right. Wrench. It used to be that you could actually color. Well, there we go. Okay. Apparently, I'm going to see if this is going to work without coloring the pipes. Here we go. I'm going to see if this is going to work. Previously, you had to color the pipes, but I think that's not a thing anymore. So every single machine has a specific color code it's looking for. And when it sends something out, it also has a color code it's giving it. So what we want to do is we want to go down here, and I'm going to shift right click, and I'm just going to go all the way around to black. There we go. So now every single machine, when it outputs something, is going to be coming out the front, and it's going to send it to the black color code, which should send it back here. So the next step is configuring, let's see, round robin, I guess. No default color. Auto eject is off, because basically we only want things sent out if they actually have a destination. That's very, very important. We do not want to have stuff sent out without a valid destination. It shouldn't go anywhere anyway, because we actually have strict input turned on. So things should only take things that are flagged for their color. So this is first click. This machine is the first click, which I think it's either dark blue or light blue. We're going to go new filter. It's going to be or dictionary or iron. I'm just going to hit the check mark to see. Oh, that is a valid thing. And then we're going to do one click, dark blue, save. So now there's a filter for or dictionary iron. If I put this in here, it should eject it, and it goes straight to that machine. It was so fast, I didn't see it travel in the pipes. Now this is going to eject something else, iron clump. Auto eject on. There we go. I forgot. I need to turn auto eject on all these machines. Yeah. Let's go in here. Is that okay? So now we have iron clump. Okay. What I need to do is I go in here. I'm going to do new filter, item stack. I'm just going to left click that in there, iron clump, and it's going to go 1, 2. No min, no max. I'm not sure what this is. I'm going to have to look that one up. Oh, that's smart stack. No, item stack details, iron clump. I don't know what I'm going to look that up. I'm not sure. So now we put those in there. Those whip down to this machine. Okay. And this is going to bump back specific number of things, dirty iron dust. We're going to actually make an item stack for dirty iron dust, and it's going to go to 1, 2, 3. Right. And then we're going to hit save. So now those are getting automatically fired off to this machine. And you can see stuff whipping through the pipes. I'm actually going to need more iron. Let me go back here and get it real quick. I'm just going to grab half of that. Right. So things are whipping through here nice and quick. It should be now that we actually have iron dust. And that is the last step. We do new iron filter. New filter, item stack, iron dust. We're actually getting 1, 2, 3, 4. Save. Whip those out there. Those are now in the last machine. And those will spit back ingots that I actually want to get sent off somewhere else. So what we're going to do is we're going to do right here, one of those machines. This is going to be, let's see. I'm not sure which one's which. Okay, this one has iron ingots, so it should be that if I do 2, I was on 2, this is on 3, 4, and then number 1. Number 2. Okay, perfect. So now I'm actually going to get these pipes out again. I'm going to do something really, really crazy. Quazy. This is actually going to also be shift right click. Let's go all the way around to black. Black is my termination point. It's the end of the line. There we go. There's black. So the only time that stuff gets sent here is if we have a specific tag for it. Basically, all of this stuff is completely done. I'm going to switch over to that. Completely done getting processed. It's finito, which means now we can go item stack. We do iron. We can do one right click, send it to black, save. And now those go out and they're going to show up over here. This is going to be an out point that is going to go into the rest of the logistics pipe system. This will send it to storage. This is where it's done. It's finished its journey. So what is all the net of all of this? What we do is you're going to start seeing things whipping about here and there. We basically have, let's turn balancing on for the time being. And you see things are going to the second machine automatically. So why don't I just pass things when it hits this machine, automatically push it to this machine, then push it to that, and then push it to that? Well, the thing is, this setup allows for targeted processing. What this means is that I could have something that I can program to start here, and I can tell it which steps to go to or which steps to skip. If I get redstone ore that I mine up, I don't want it to go here. I want it to go here and then here, or maybe just here. You see, this is targeted processing. So now I can tell it specifically, go here, or go all the steps, only 2 of the steps. I have control. This is one of the reasons why I really love the logistical sorter for ore processing. And we can scale this off this direction as we add more machines to process. I'll just change the color codes a little bit. And as I add new machines here, and it will be very, very easy. It's going to be simple. If you set it up right, then you don't have to worry about reprogramming this. You can pick this up and it will keep all its programming if you set it up right. So what we want to do is I want to get some signs. Whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to look at, this is dark blue. I know that's dark blue 1. That is 1 click. This is dark green. Dark green. That's 2 clicks. And this is stuff I have to do specifically because I am colorblind. That's dark aqua. Dark, the really weird sounding color, dark aqua. That's 3 clicks. And then, I can't remember. Preemptive strike. Let's get that off. Dark red, right, okay. I didn't check. Dark red, that's 4 clicks. So now I could put other machines farther down the line over here that might be 5 clicks for a different color, 6 clicks for another color, etc., and it scales. The only thing we have to move is maybe this pipe, and if I wanted to, I could actually do that right now. Let's just right click. Actually, I didn't mean to do that. And you see now it's out of the way. I can just pull machines over this way as need be. I might want to do this instead. We might end up moving this all the way back over there, whatever we need to do. So this is my flexible design. I need to remember, by the way, shift right click all the way yellow, then black, all the way to black. So now everything is going to its perfect destination. We have iron ingots that have been processed. That's 36 iron ingots from 12 blocks of ore. That is ore tripling. Let's see. Let's look at specific things, right? So I have, let's get 2 of those. Actually, for now, I'm just going to do one of those. I've got some sulfur right here. Let's see. Nether redstone ore. We can do just some ordinary copper ore. Right? And this is the power of configuration. We're going to be able to look at this. Let's start with the sulfur. I'm going to hit U, and it says, okay, if you just smelt it, you'll get 2 sulfur ore. There's redstone surface, sulfur, you get 2 pulverizer. This is thermal expansion. Induction smelter, that's thermal expansion. Alloy smelter, the sag mill. There's the crusher from immersive engineering. So I'm going to go with the standard smelting, which means I don't want this to start here. I want this to start here. So now I'm actually going to do, what's that? 4 clicks dark red. We're going to do a new filter. I'm just going to do an item stack of this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do save. And when I put this in, it's going to whiz about on its way, and it will spit out sulfur ore. Dum, da-dum, 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 da-dum. Whoosh! And it goes back. So now we have 2 sulfur ore, which means I need to look at this stuff and see uses. It's going to say, if you just crush it, or there's pulverizer, sag mill, crusher, enchantments, so on and so forth. I think this is the enriching, smelting, crushing. Can't remember. One of these nets you more than others. Pulverizer, sag mill, crusher. I thought that there was actually the crusher from mechanism would handle this thing, but it's not. It looks like this has no specific place. That's interesting. So I'm actually going to set that example aside. Compress that real quick. We've got saltpeter ore, smelting, same kind of thing. We might run across the same problem. Pulverizer. So that means we actually want it to go all the way down to dark red. New filter, item stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, save. I'm just going to toss those in there. They're going to disappear. I can hear the machine processing them. And then within a few moments, they'll actually come back. There we go. So now we actually have this, and the real drama starts of, can I run this through any of these machines? Yeah, it might merit making another machine that is just a sag mill hooked up to this, which basically is going to be down here on the end. And anything that needs to get ground, we could run it through the sag mill and then just pipe it directly out into the bottom of this, because it's going to be a dead end. And I might do that, and we put one right there, and then just boop, straight out with an item conduit, and completely bypass the rest of the loop. For now, I'm going to leave that in there as a reminder. But we want to actually start all over. I'm actually going to do ore copper. I'm going to do actual ore dictionary for the ore itself. First click, we're going to do save. I'm going to toss one of those in there, and it's going to go to the first machine, start processing, and I can start this loop of programming all over again. Now, yes, it's a pain because you have to program each step the first time you get a kind of an ore. Here's the hitch, though. You only have to do that once. Once you get it configured, you can pick this thing up with a wrench, move it, replace it, and you don't have to reprogram it. It's very nice, and it's very useful. So basically, I'm having to program a step, and you can even see the order of things. I'm having to program a step for each and every machine that I want something to go to, every step of processing. But that gives me complete control and complete autonomy. So now, like I said, I could get an Ender IO sag mill, put it right there, and basically have it be, or I don't know. We'll figure something out. I'll figure something out. So yeah, it might be that we have to handle crushing in a different loop somewhere. I could put it right over there. Anything that is a specific kind of an ore that needs to be done, I can actually do that and then loop the uh, logistics pipe system into it. But for ores and lots of different things that you do need to process, it is a wonderful thing for that purpose, and I really do like it. I'm going to be updating you on my progress on this, and we're going to be growing the system as we get more machines in our ore processing line. So you'll see more machines show up here, and you'll see this part of it move down there farther and farther and farther. I might actually just move it over to here preemptively and route the pipes that way so I get all of that length of flooring to actually work with. That might be a good thing. But in the meantime, I really hope this has been educational for you folks. I really hope you like what you see here. Let me know if this is useful to you or if you're thinking, why are you doing it that way? It's way too complicated. But this is one of those things where I'm just trying to explore some of the mods that are in the pack and use all the options available to me. And maybe you should do so too. I will catch you later. Have a great Monday. Bye-bye.